Lydia. I'm Senior Marketing Strategist with PROSAR. We're a full-service marketing agency in Ottawa, Ontario. And today I'm talking with Claire Dam of Claire Dam Photography. So, hi Claire.
Hi.
Claire, I've been following you for a while now on Facebook. And first of all, I'd just like to say that I love your work. I think it's so original and really fun.
Cool.
So I've also been watching how you use Facebook because as a marketer, this is what I do. I kind of look at things through a different lens, and I've really been noticing how you interact with your community, and I think you've been doing a lot of things that could benefit other small businesses. So we're going to talk about that today, but first of all, I'd just like to have everyone get to know you a little bit. So maybe you can tell us about you and your business and what you do.
Sure. I'm 29 and I've been running a small business for about 4 years. It's a sole proprietorship, and yeah, it kind of started off as a favor to a friend to cover her wedding.
Nice.
Last year. And then from there, it just really took off.
Tell me a little bit about your experience with Facebook. I know that you did have a first group and now you've got a second group. So maybe give a little bit of explanation on how that started and kind of what your process has been with Facebook.
Sure. So I started on Facebook 3 years ago, and I had one group under a different name, and it's a long story. But anyway, I didn't like the name, and I was going through a rebranding phase, so I had all this new logo and a new name and everything, and I couldn't change the name of my group. I had about 600 people in the old group that I had worked really hard to get.
Yeah.
And then I went through this whole process. I misunderstood the process, and I went through a whole process of making a new group, getting everyone to move over, so there was more people in the new group, and then the idea was I was going to merge them under the new name.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't do that if the names weren't identical.
It took you a while to grow your following?
The first time, no. The second time, yeah. But that's on purpose.
Okay.
So, yeah, the first time I did a lot of contests.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of giveaways. I did a lot of, just that kind of promotional stuff. I spent money on advertising.
That was your form of advertising?
Yeah, well, no, I also spent money on advertising.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, with Facebook.
Yeah.
And I found that with the advertising, and I was advertising the contests and campaigns and stuff. So with all the campaigns and contests and giveaways and stuff, I was not attracting the audience that I wanted.
Okay.
I was getting a lot of likes quickly, but they weren't people who were in any way invested in my business or interested, really. They just wanted free stuff.
Right.
Like the last contest I ran, I actually followed the bunny trail of people who were joining, and full on, many of them were people who just had fake accounts to join the contests. Yep.
Wow.
Like you would go into their page, you can't see anything, right? But you can see what they like, and you can see all of their likes are for contests and giveaways.
Okay. So
after that, I was just so discouraged that I think I was having my real fans join, but it was mostly people who were just trying to get prizes. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, people weren't engaging with me.
Right.
It just wasn't, it was lots of people, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't the right people.
So then with the second group, I purposely avoided that.
Okay.
I didn't want to do any contests. I started with contests just to draw people over from the old group, and that was it. The people who join, I want them to want to be there.
Right.
I don't want people who aren't interested, because I want to engage people. Like, my business is a lot about relationship.
Absolutely.
So if I'm talking to no one, or people who don't care, there's no relationship there. They don't care what I'm doing. They don't want to see, really. So I don't want those people around, not in a mean way.
Right, yeah. I have noticed a few things that you're doing to really engage with your followers, and I was wondering if you could describe some of the things that you do on your page that really engage with followers and get them interested in you.
Sure. One of the things I do pretty often is whenever I have new people join, which is pretty often now, so probably once a day or every other day, I just do a shout out to all the new people.
Yeah.
I just welcome them by name. So I just their first name, and I welcome them. I thank them for liking my page, and I give them a couple links to follow that aren't on Facebook, like my blog and stuff.
Yeah.
So they can check stuff out in my email. Just encouraging them to get in touch with me.
Have you found, like, has anyone responded back to those? Like, do you get some messages back from people?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't notice them initially, but then the few people who do, because I don't think you're looking for your name from a group you just joined.
Yeah.
But when people do notice, they're always very touched. They think it's good.
Yeah, that's what I like when I've noticed that, and I found that it was a really sweet touch and makes it very personal. You're using people's first names. You're personally welcoming them, and like you said, it is about relationships, so it's obvious you're making that effort to build a relationship there.
Yeah.
What else do you do?
Whenever people have an anniversary, I'll post a picture, one of their better pictures on Facebook, and just wish them a happy anniversary, and tag them in it. People always love that because if I'm friends with them, or if I'm able to tag them, then it reminds all their friends, and everyone gets all nostalgic and looks at the pictures.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, that's a great, that's like a unique way of getting more engagement in a way that, the wedding's over. It's been a few years maybe. So it's a nice refresher. And like you said, it does even get their friends involved and gets people re-engaging with the photos that you might have on your site and with them and everything like that. It's another great relationship building tool for sure. Yeah, no, any other things you do to engage?
Well, just photos, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's my business.
Yeah.
lots of photos. So like from weddings and stuff, I want to post a lot of photos. And I know that some photographers are really against that with their sneak peeks. They want to just give a couple pictures, and I get that. But I find if I want to engage people, then I want to get as many of their guests, especially the wedding party, I want to get them into the previews because I want them tagged, and then I want those tags spreading to the friends and family.
Yeah.
And I find when I do bigger previews that are full of lots of people that there's way more engagement. People are just way more excited because they're in the pictures.
Yeah, everyone likes to be.
Everyone likes to look at themselves.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So people really love that.
Yeah.
And also I like to personalize by changing my banner at the top of Facebook, my group, to reflect the current preview that I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's again another way to kind of show people off and.
Yeah, well, it just makes them kind of a star for a few days. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then but it's also showing too that you're active on your site. You're switching things up all the time. So it
very important.
Well, and it helps too with getting your feed showing up, or your post showing up on other people's feeds. Yeah. Right. So if you're always updating information, you're staying current. You're staying relevant. Yeah. Speaking of that, actually, I was wondering what your engagement levels like. It sounds like you really do a lot to, like we said, build relationships and engage. So Facebook has the Facebook Insights, which allows you to see, how many people are engaging, how many likes you're getting, comments, like percentages of people and stuff. So how are you doing in that aspect?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well as far as views that are getting seen. I know comparatively to some bigger guys that I follow, just bigger companies and stuff, they're getting really small numbers of people who are just seeing their posts. Okay, yeah. They're getting like less than 10%. Yeah. I'm getting easily 50% of people who are seeing it. That's
amazing.
Yeah, easily. Yeah. And then it gets higher from there. And then engagement, of course, has been good. Like as far as liking it and commenting and stuff, it's getting better and better. But I think one of the things I was going to mention was it's important, like when I'm updating all the time, I like to attach stuff that's easy to process, so photos.
Okay, yeah.
Because words, we have so much information coming at us all the time. Photos are awesome to look at.
Yeah.
So when I have a piece of information, I'll often just tack a photo on there of something that I'm working on.
Okay, yeah.
I find that really boosts people's response.
Yeah.
And their engagement.
Yeah, no, exactly. And the way Facebook's changed with the timeline and everything like that, there really is an emphasis on images.
Yep.
So it's actually a perfect complement to your business. Now, a lot of small businesses use Facebook as a way to generate new business.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found that you get a lot of new business from Facebook? Are you getting people contacting you and saying, I saw you on Facebook, I like your work, can you do a photo shoot for me?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, wow.
All the time. Sometimes Facebook is just kind of the extra kick they need. Like they might have heard of me through a friend or through someone I've worked with. But then they see their work
Mm-hmm.
that I've done for them, and then
Yeah.
they're like, okay, well, I need to get in touch with her.
Yeah.
Then there's also people who are just fans from wherever,
Mm-hmm.
and as far as I know, have no contact with anyone that I've worked with.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll just want to get in touch and
Yeah.
schedule something.
That's great. So it's obviously the way you're working it and the type of business you have, it's really working for you. Do you have any tricks or advice to give other small businesses who are starting off with Facebook or are already on Facebook but need to get momentum building?
There needs to be boundaries, and one of those things is you can't post negative things on your Facebook,
Okay.
like on your business.
Right. Right.
Being encouraging and talking about things that you're doing and posting that kind of stuff, and even being uncertain, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
But don't be posting negative things like, "Oh, I'm so down today," or another photographer is doing this and I'm so upset, and don't ever compare or
Right.
gossip
Yeah.
or any of that kind of stuff. It's just not good for
Right.
business. Having a sense of humor is really good. You can be one way that I am able to get kind of my negativity out
Yeah.
is in self-deprecating humor.
Okay.
So if I make fun of myself for a mistake or not knowing something, then I kind of turn it into a joke because it is kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And people really respond to that. I've had a lot of comments about people saying that they really appreciate how I can just make fun of myself because it makes me more real
Right.
and more approachable.
Yeah.
If you have a sense of humor about it, then people enjoy that. They feel like they know you. They feel like you're a human.
You've obviously worked hard at building up your community and doing it in a way that, like you said, gets people who want to be there. And I think that's so obvious in the way that people are engaging on your site.
Yeah.
And then, that just only helps with the word of mouth aspect of your business. People are there because they like you and then they like your work, so they're going to share it with their networks. And then so it just kind of grows from there. If people want to follow you, they can check you out on Facebook, look up Claire Dam Photography. Well, thanks so much for doing the interview with me. It's been really fun.